Honest Abe. 1. The young storekeeper. As a clerk, he proved honest and efficient, and my readers will be interested in some of the illustrations of the former trait which I will find in Dr. Holland's interesting volume. One day, a woman came into the store and purchased sundry articles. They footed up $2.0625, and the young clerk thought they did. We do not hear nowadays of 6.25 cents, but this was coin borrowed from the Spanish currency, and was well known in my own boyhood. The bill was paid, and the woman was entirely satisfied. But the young storekeeper, not feeling quite as assured of the accuracy of his calculations, added up the items once more. To his dismay, he found that the sum total should have been but $2. "I've made her pay 6.25 cents too much," said Abe, disturbed. It was a trifle, but many clerks would have dismissed it as such. But Abe was too conscientious for that. The money must be paid back, he decided. This would have been easy enough had the woman lived just around the corner. But as the young man knew, she lived between 2 and 3 miles away. This, however, did not alter the matter. It was night, but he closed and locked the store and walked to the residence of the customer. Arrived there, he explained the matter, paid over the 6.25 cents, and returned satisfied. If I were a mere capitalist, I would have been willing to lend the money to such a young man without security. Here's another illustration of young Lincoln's strict honesty. A woman entered the store and asked for half a pound of tea. The young clerk weighed it out and handed her the parcel. This was the last sale of the day. The next morning, when commencing his duties, Abe discovered a 4-ounce weight on the scales. It flashed upon him at once that he had used this in the scale on the previous night, and so, of course, given his customer a short weight. I'm afraid that there are many country merchants who would not have been much worried about this discovery. Not so the young clerk, in whom we are interested. He weighed out the balance of the half-pound, shut up the store, and carried it to the defrauded customer. I think my young readers will begin to see that the name so often given in later times to President Lincoln of Honest Old Abe was well deserved. The man who begins by strict honesty in his youth is not likely to change as he grows older, and mercantile honesty is some guarantee of political honesty.